The Arab League is an important regional grouping that brings together the Arab world. It has 22 member countries from North Africa and West Asia. With me is Arab League's ambassador to India to talk about the ongoing conflict in West Asia. So, welcome to WION. And my first question to you is a simple question that everyone wants to hear your perspective. What is the situation right now in West Asia? How do you see the situation essentially going forward, and what's your plan as well?
Well, thank you very much for your concern about the Palestinian cause and for your visit to the Arab League mission here in New Delhi. With regard to what's going on in Palestine, it's really a tragic situation there, and it is a grave situation. When you see thousands of civilians killed, and most of the victims are from children and women, this is really tragic. It's happened on that time, and with any reaction from international community, as well as the UN or the UN Security Council. So far, failure to have or to adopt resolution that will help to stop the aggression against the Palestinian people, and especially here I'm talking about Gaza Strip.
So essentially, what is the Arab world planning to do? I mean, these are 22 countries, an important regional grouping which has a lot of influence in the region and beyond as well. So what does Arab League plans to do to make sure that the situation reduces, the tension reduces in West Asia?
Well, as you see, unfortunately, there is escalation on the situation there day and day from October 7th. And this is mainly because nobody, has a strong, pressure on the Israeli or government of Israeli to stop that kind of aggression. And all the Arab world and all the members of the Arab states, their number one cause and their priority is the Palestinian cause. Since that action happened on the October 7th, the Arab League called for immediate and urgent meeting on the level of the ministerial level that was taking place in Cairo on 11th of October, and take very strong resolution, which is number one, calling to stop the aggression, cessation of the fire, and lifting siege on Gaza to allow the humanitarian aid to go to the civilian in Gaza there. And when I'm talking about the humanitarian aid, I'm talking about mainly the basic daily needs, medicine facilities, food, fuel. All these are very important and basic needs for any community, which is not available there on Gaza since October 7th. So it's very important to arrange more and more humanitarian aids, to get there to the people of Gaza. And recently, there was a summit last Saturday, just 2 days ago, held in Riyadh, Arab Islamic Summit, which a participant of more than about 57 countries around the Arab and Islamic world. And also there was a resolution adopted by the leaders at that time. The resolution also condemned the Israeli aggression and calling to stop fire, stop aggression, the Israeli aggression against the people of Gaza, and of course to allow lifting siege and to allow immediate humanitarian aid to the people of Gaza there.
You pointed out to the Riyadh Summit, there were a lot of outcomes. You talked about the outcomes. There are media reports saying that there was also planned to cut off relationship with Israel, and this was thwarted by some member countries who were present in the grouping. Anything about that, sir?
Well, if I am talking here officially, I'm talking about the resolution and what's the items in the resolution. There are, of course, many talks, many things going on, but my job, depending on the former resolution adopted by the leaders, and we are trying with our friends, with the international community to apply that resolution. And the resolution is very logic. I mean, to stop that aggression, humanitarian aid, and also calling for the UN, especially Security Council, to find out or to carry out their responsibility, have some kind of resolution to help to stop that aggression. It's really important. The international community role is very important. And also we here as Arab League mission and the Arab Council, Arab Ambassador Council in New Delhi, also we have been working together, and we have continuing meeting since October 11th, which have meeting here, I mean, about frequently meeting, attended by all ambassadors. And the meeting was very, I mean, active, and the ambassadors themselves are very active. And also we reach out the officials in the Indian side.
So I was coming to that point. How do you see India's stance during this ongoing conflict which started?
Well, India, as everybody know, I mean, we have a very strong relation, historical relation. Arab-India relations start, I mean, many decades ago, and we are holding and we are building on that kind of positive cooperation between the two sides. We still, I mean, depend on India as playing major role in India. We did, I mean, met with some officials here, and we just explained for them. India has a very important regional and international role. So their role or their efforts to help Palestinian people and to help us to stop that aggression will be very important. And especially when you see India has a good relation with both sides, with the Arab state as well as the Israeli. So on that, we are building on their effort, their good effort, to help the Palestinian and to stop that aggression.
What kind of role do you expect from India? You just mentioned that India has good relationship with the Arab world, with Israel as well. So India can play a bridging role. So if you can explain on that aspect, the role which you expect from India.
I mean, it's very easy. What I just mentioned, just to put more effort with the international community to stop that aggression. Very briefly, that's what we call for. And we hope India, and I'm sure India, I mean, present humanitarian aid, not only in this, I mean, crisis, but long time ago, she was a very good supportive of the Palestinian cause, and also always was very just to present humanitarian aid, educational, cultural, and we are building on that. And also this crisis, I mean, they have also grants some humanitarian aid to the Palestine.
So you mentioned you have been speaking to the Indian officials. While I'm pretty sure that you will not tell the entire conversation because these are diplomatic conversations, you cannot tell on public. But what kind of conversations, essentially, if you can give us a little bit sense of the conversations you have been having with the Indian side?
Well, I mean, the Indian side were, as usual, very cooperative with us. And they listen to what we said, and they are working together with the international community to find out a positive way. And always our friend in India assure us that the only solution as the peace solution, depending on the two-state solution upon the border of 1967. And this is the main issue. I mean, as they told us, their position never been changed. They still support the Palestinian cause, and they still present the humanitarian aid and other educational, cultural aid to the Palestinian. And they have been very cooperative with us, and they listen to what we say. And myself and Dean of Arabic Ambassador Corps, we jointly also met with some official, and with the same content.
We saw the UN discussing this issue and India abstaining in one of the resolutions at the General Assembly, but also in a recent resolution at the UN, India voted for a resolution that condemned Israel. So how do you see India's stance?
Well, voting, of course, this is, completely the right of any any government, India or other. I mean, they have to choose the right. They look this, it's right for them, and we did, deliver that message to our friend in the Indian side. Whether your boss or your position been changed, your stand changed to our cause, the Palestinian case, they say no, never. Still on the same, as they meant for a peaceful solution, depending on two states or the border of 1967. So I don't think there is a change on their position. This is what I've been told by officials.
And do you agree with it? Do you think that India?
Well, of course, we are a good friend of India, and we are growing up that kind of relation. And any country has the right to take what's possible, what they look good for their interest and their own interest.
Since you're heading the Arab League's mission, you have been holding meetings with several Arab ambassadors as well. What kind of conversations have been happening, and what kind of sense you get from the Arab ambassadors? Are you planning something here in Delhi, all the Arab ambassadors coming together?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, the Arab Ambassador Council is in continuing meeting since October 11th. We had our first meeting on that issue formally on the 16th of October, and from that time is frequently hold it here at the mission. And all ambassadors are, playing very important role. They reach out the Palestinian road. They carry out the Arab League resolution, which is adopted by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Arab States, which is dated on the 11th of October, and try to deliver that resolution to the officials, to the media, journalists, to the organization, our friends in India. And really, they have a very, very positive role, and they will helping, the mission here to find a good movement and very positive to defend the Palestinian people and what they're suffering there in Gaza Strip.
So coming back to one of your replies, you mentioned about the UN, the resolution which has been passed in Riyadh also mentions about the UN. Do you think that the UN has failed in terms of resolving the ongoing conflict in West Asia? We have seen resolutions being passed, but at the end of the day, what the UNSC can do and what the UNGA can do is two different things. UNGA can put a voice, but the teeth have to be provided by the UNSC.
Well, the Security Council members, as you say, as you know, they have different interests. On the Palestinian cause, there was I can call it as a failure to find out, a resolution which will be agreed by all members. And this is really disappointed. We look as the United Nations and Security Council is very important element and important organization, international organization, to enhance stability and peace all over the world, not only, Middle East or Africa or wherever, but in general, this is their task. And we look forward also, we are calling the UN and Security Council to push for a peaceful resolution which will enhance the stability and security on the region. And that will be, the stability is good for all parts, not only for the Arab state or for the Israel or for Palestinian, or this is good for the regional area and international community as well.
Sir, since you're the ambassador of the Arab League, you obviously know what's happening in the Arab world. What is the sense on the Arab street? What is the common man thinking of the ongoing conflict? How is it impacting the societies? There must be a lot of anger as well. If you can talk about what the common man on the Arab street is thinking right now.
Well, the history shows the people of Arab and in general are very supportive, and with the cause of Palestinian, of course. And I think it's still, getting bigger and bigger after that kind of aggression. I know you said maybe we have to push more or to put more effort to stop that war. But we are using all our what we have, our facilities, with our friend in international and diplomatic way and peaceful way to stop that aggression and to help our people in Gaza.
So politically, do you see a divide in the Islamic world as well in dealing with this crisis, or do you see that the Islamic world is speaking in one voice in the ongoing conflict?
The attendance on the Arab...
Whether it's the attendance at the Riyad Summit? Or
the attendance of the Arab is represented by all members of Arab and Islamic country, which is a very positive, and which is a proof of all Islamic and Arab states shows unity on that. They have one position. As mentioned on the resolution, last Saturday resolution of the summit, all countries agree on, which is all the people also, the Arab Muslim people calling for stop aggression, lifting siege of Gaza, and work with the international community, to stop that war.
So I've asked about all the questions about the ongoing conflict, but one last question on India and the Arab relationship. How do you foresee the relationship going forward? There are talks of increasing the trade as well. India has good relationship with several Arab countries. UAE is something that has been seen as a model with Saudi Arabia as well. The Indian PM has been to many of these countries as well. So if you can give a sense of this relationship, where does it go forward?
Well, as I mentioned, Arab and Indian relation is growing year after year. Now we are seeing the trading between both sides over 200 billion, which is very good, and we still looking forward to increase that number. The cooperation between the two sides is growing, and including many fields, not only political, not only trade. It's only including cultural, education, health, you name it, energy. And on that, I have to talk about the Arab-Indian Forum, which started from 2003 and has a program for. It started on 2008 actually, not 2003. The Arab-Indian Forum, which is has cooperation on all fields: political, economy, energy, education, cultural. And that kind of forum, the gathering between the both sides and the officials in both sides, I'm sure will enhance the cooperation and take that kind of cooperation to a new era in the future for the interest of both sides, Arab state and India.
And the largest number of Indians who stay outside of India, large portion stays in the Arab world as well, playing an important role as well.
Well, I mean, the Indian is all over the Arab world is as an asset. They are helping us and build us the new development going on. And they are really, I mean, their efforts are appreciated there.
Kind words, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for speaking to WION, explaining the situation in West Asia and, of course, relationship between the Arab world and India. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much for the